Alright, good morning to you all on a nice and bright morning, which is blooming cold out there. Anyhow, let's cheer things up by showing what we received through the post yesterday. Two very interesting lamps. There was two of them, which is nice because that means we both have one, and obviously one will be taken across to France when I visit my mate. Anyhow, let's have a little look at these lamps. They were beautifully packed, really were packed. They're both the same type. I'll show you what is written on them. I hope that shows okay. You've also got the that sort of navy sign there, which is a popular sign on some of these old lamps that were used in the navy, and that probably from World War II. And it tells you for horizontal burning. Now horizontal means it's that way up, not that way, and not that way. But as I say, there's two of these. They're well, I say they're different. They're not different. They're exactly the same as regards to the lamp inside, but the other one, which I'm looking at now, has written on it top, whereas the other one doesn't have that, but the instructions are all the same. Someone out there might know what those numbers are. It's AP number, which is definitely connected with World War II. There's the details again. Now, what is interesting about this particular lamp, not the other one, it's the way the etch is done. Now, modern lamps do have an etch which are in like a gold paint, and when you see a modern lamp, mercury vapor, black glass lamp, and it's written in goldy coloured ink, you immediately know it's from China. Well, this one I can assure you isn't, and this was etched or printed on many years ago. It just shows you they did, or this is the first time I've noticed this, use this type of gold painting. Anyway, let's have a little look at the lamp. As I say, it's got top as well, so that would make it easy. So this would go in that way round. Being a prefocus cap or base, that will only go in one way. Well, probably two ways, but one way would be wrong, the other way would be okay. So one way you put this in, the top would come to the top. The other way round, it would obviously be that way round, which is what we don't want. So that is the reason for a prefocus cap. I suppose the name's self-explanatory. Yeah. Anyhow, let's have a little look at the innards. We know it's 110 volt, 240 watts. So it'll be quite bright. I'm not going to light it up, I'm sorry. If Alex won, he will probably light it up. He's got all the holders. Well, he's got holder from me for that size. So in theory he could do it. Anyhow, leaving that up to Alex. I tend to light some of them up, but not everyone. Now have a look at that filament array. They're not not in parallel. It is one continuous filament, to and fro. It's like two ranks of filaments. So you've got Yeah, you can count them. but it is one continuous filament. They've never been used. You can tell by the fact that they're nice and shiny. They're supported on either side by glass insulating pieces put in, so obviously you wouldn't short out the filament, and the filament ends join up to the one wire you see at the top and one wire that you see at the bottom. So although it looks complicated, it's not. When I first saw a picture of this in eBay, I had to sort of work out how it went, and as I say, I'm glad I purchased, and I think my mate will be pleased as well. You can only see one of these over our link that we have going, WhatsApp. It's very good though. So that's the lamp, or lamps. We've got two of them. Anyhow, once again, any questions please ask. Whether I can give you an answer on this, I don't honestly know. All I would say, it was possibly a projection type lamp, and obviously when you see the top upmost, it means the filament is in clear view. It may have had a reflector behind it, or a lens in front of it, but I would say it was made for some specialist equipment. Someone might know out there, so any questions or answers, please let us know. We would definitely like to know. Now the other lamp is exactly the same. It looks like it might, and I don't think it has. Don't think it's been used. The filaments are nice and clean, but this one looks like it might have had a little bit of use, but I don't know. The looking at that glass insulator part on this one, it tends to be darkened, well the one below it isn't, so it may have been used for horizontal burning. Again, you've got the same number on there. I presume it's the same number, AP, but that etch is in the normal dark type of etch. It's not the goldy type. Anyhow, oh yeah, looking at the actual connections, fairly heavy. Look at that, it's like a twisted wire. It's on that one. Now on the other one, it isn't. There are subtle differences between these two lamps, which add to the interest. I would say the one on the right, on the left hand side, this one there, is possibly slightly older than the other one, and I would say that had been used a bit. But there we are. You take your choice, as they say. Two very interesting lamps, and two lamps which will enrich both of our collections. So yep, we're very pleased. Thanks again for watching. Any comments obviously make, and we'll see what I put up next. Thanks again. Thank you.